Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to a story time. This is gonna probably be one of the longest story time videos that I've ever did. And no, it's more so for the newer subscribers. Anybody that subscribed to me after 2016, you might have seen some videos, like if you went back through some of my older videos and watched them, because I know I do that with some YouTubers. I'll go and watch some of their older videos. But no, like if you hadn't seen any of my older videos, then you probably don't know of the beef that I was in with the YouTuber, well, former YouTuber, I would say. But it was this guy named MINNESOTABOYY. Hold on for a sec, I got I was just, putting my fan on the right settings and stuff, because like it's getting a little warmer outside. But anyways, no man, like that beef between me and MINNESOTABOYY. So for those that don't know who MINNESOTABOYY is, well, he was a content creator that uploaded really good videos. I mean, if you go back, I don't know if he still has any of his older videos up, but if you were to see some of his older videos, you would have seen like, hey yo, this man was really talented. Like he was somebody where I'm like, nah, he definitely somebody where it's like, if you were doing that same type of content as him, like he was a competition. Like you couldn't look at him and like not say that he wasn't a talented content creator. I mean, I don't see too many content creators where they will be playing a video game and then also freestyle like on some random beat while playing the video game. Like, bro, seriously, if he would have continued doing that type of content like after all these years, oh, he definitely will be in a much more better spot with content creating. I think he definitely, it would have paid off at some point. And it just really trips me out, like, why would he go down the route of being racist? That was something that I never understood of that whole situation. But I will be giving you guys like pretty much a beginning to end like story time of the last time I interacted with him, all the way up until like when the video that he did, like why he even did that video in the first place. All right, so anyways, now, yeah, let's go all the way back some years. Let's go all the way back to 2015. 2015, that was when, a trend had emerged of where you would say dear and you would talk to a group of people. So the first video that went viral out of that whole trend was a video by a YouTuber named Nicole Arbor. She did a video called Dear Fat People. Video went viral. I mean, this girl was on TV shows. She had, I think, like late night TV host people were talking about her. I mean, this girl was being talked about everywhere. Like, this was the one time when a YouTube video where it really went viral. And so anyways, she does that video, and then soon after, everybody started doing their own versions of that video where they were like, oh, dear gaming people, dear skinny people, dear these types of people, dear that type of people. Like it was just videos left and right emerging of just dear and then a group of people. So MINNESOTABOYY, all right, content creator, like I said, a talented content creator at that. He decides to do his own version of that video titled Dear White People, Why I Hate White People. And so the thing was this, 2015 was also the year where I had started doing reaction videos. So around that time, I think I had just got a shout out from a bigger YouTuber, Ask a Gangsta. And so my channel was popping off. It was blowing up. Like a lot of people was coming through, leaving off their recommendations or, reaction requests and all that stuff. And this was like at a point in time where I was sitting down making like 7 to 15 videos a day. Like, and that was for my gaming channel and my main channel, this channel. And I was like, yeah, just going back and forth, just doing a bunch of different content. So somebody had commented underneath my channel asking me to react to that video. I tried looking up the comment a while back, but I couldn't find it. Maybe the person that left the comment had either deleted that comment or deleted their channel, whichever. But anyways, yeah, somebody had asked me to react to the video, which I did, and I still have my reaction up to this day, so you can see like my genuine reaction. I was confused because I'm like, so this is what was running through my mind, was that I know YouTube is like maybe not everybody, but there's some like higher ups in the, you know, YouTube HQ that are white. So a video like this going viral, yeah, it's gonna go viral, but I feel like it's gonna be more damaging to the YouTuber that did the video. So that's what was running through my mind. This man is not gonna last, because you're on a platform where there are a lot of white people, and some of the people, I think, was it even one of the creators? I think it was 2 people that created YouTube, and I think the one guy was Asian, and then the other guy was white. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I had read at the time when that stuff was, you know, when he made that video and things, and when we started beefing. I think I remember I saw that somewhere, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So, but anyways, so I reacted to the video, right? Reacted to it, left it at that, had nothing else to say about the situation. Then it was, so the tweets still exist between, you guys can go read the tweets for yourself, but the tweets still exist between the both of us when we very first interacted with each other. So he tweets me, and so let me actually give you guys like a timestamp of when all these things had happened. So I had uploaded the video on October 21st of 2015. Literally a day later, he reaches out to me, and he's like, so why did you do a reaction to my Dear White People video? Was it for views, subs, which one? So I responded, and I said one of my fans told me to react to the video, which would have really happened. So he goes on and says, YouTuber, be original and entertaining. Stealing views from others is just trifling. And then that's when I responded by saying, LOL, don't give me advice. You can't even make a video now without getting dislikes. Because no, so this is what was going on with his channel when after he had did that. This man lost a good portion of his subscribers. I can't give you guys an exact number of how many subscribers he had, but when he had uploaded that video, from what people were telling me, that he either lost like half of his subscribers or almost half of his subscribers. So he was either at that 70,000 mark or close to 80,000, might have even been over 80,000. But once when he did that video, he lost a good portion of his subscribers, because I imagine, yeah, a lot of his subscribers were white, and even if they weren't, they're probably like, I can't support this man because he's out here doing racist videos. So what tripped me out was that no, he still has supporters. Like, there were people still supporting this man when and I'll get to that. I'll get to some of his supporters that I've had to deal with, but no, he still has supporters after he did that video. So it wasn't like everybody unsubscribed. It wasn't like, oh, it was like inactive subscribers. Like, no, this man still had people supporting him. So then after I had made that tweet, then he goes on to say, it's not about dislikes, it's about criticism. Remind me again, who are you? That's right, I don't need you, you need me. You're 2 thumbs down. All right, he put 2, and the crazy thing is that he used the white hand emoji. He didn't use like because I think 2015, like, well, no, when did the colored emojis come out? I'm like, no, because I remember they came out with those at some point, but I'm like, he used the 2 white hand emojis, so it kind of confused me. But anyways, and then after that, yeah, we had got into quite a few arguments on Twitter. And actually, no, so the funny thing is, same day I did a video where I was and I think that video, it's still up too, where I had sent out a message to Minnesota Boy. And I had like I remember I had like this dope like lion shirt that I always would wear and stuff. I think I had on a bucket hat, camo bucket hat and stuff. So I'm still rocking my camo hats. It's just changed up a little bit. But yeah, then after that, like, no, me and him, we were full blown beefing at that time. And and the thing is this, like, Minnesota Boy, it wasn't like that was his first time like getting into some drama, because I think it was either before that or sometime after that he ended up getting into it with Blasphemous HD. And Blasphemous HD, he did his own like line of videos talking on the situation where Minnesota Boy, I mean, he didn't really say anything crazy to me, not that I can remember. I think if anything, he was just calling me like racist names. Like, he was calling me a porch monkey, coon, what are some other things? Like, yeah, he was just calling me names like that. And I'm like, bruh, me and my friends called each other that for fun. Like, so me and some of my black friends, like, maybe not all my black friends, but there was one friend I remember I went to school with where that was literally how we greeted each other. We would call each other racist names because that was our relationship. That's how we were cool with each other like that. So it wasn't anything that offended me or it made me feel a certain way. If anything, I was more so confused because I'm like, what? I'm like, no, you're being dead serious. Like, you're angry, you're upset, and I'm like, why? Like, I'm confused by all this stuff. So, and this was like really the first. All right, so actually, correction before I had said it. So I did get into a beef prior before Minnesota Boy, but I had to say this was like my first major beef with somebody. This was like my first, because I think the time before that, me and the other person that I beefed with, we had like around the same subscriber count. But Minnesota Boy, him being a much more bigger channel, like, I had a reason to be worried, but at the same time I wasn't. Like, I was like, there's no reason to be worried. I'm like, I'm not, it's not like my channel is going to get taken down, or I'm gonna be in jeopardy of, like, you know, if anything happening to me. If anything, something's gonna happen to him. So I was like, yeah, I'm not tripping about it. But and I had to say, this was when I really started dealing with people. Well, no, correction again. This wasn't the first time because the beef prior beforehand, the content creator did that. But no, Minnesota Boy. So what he was doing was that he was doing these live streams. So the thing was this: at that time being, YouTube hadn't taken down the video. He didn't have like no strikes, nothing going across his, like, back then, like, YouTube was a Wild West, like, it was a Wild West thing pretty much. Like, you could upload whatever, you could do whatever. Like, YouTube from that year and before, like, it was literally a wild, like, west pretty much. Like, anything went on YouTube. So that video was still up. He still was able to do streams, posts, all that. And I mean, he was posting like racist video after racist video after racist video. And then eventually he started doing, I don't know if he already was doing live streams, but he did start doing these live streams. So what he would do when I would make a video about him, because I think everybody knows, like, yeah, I make videos about some of my haters. Like, now I don't care about that stuff. But back then, yeah, I was making some videos. And so he would, so it was funny because he got on me about reacting to his video, but he turned around and did live streams reacting to my videos. So it confused me because I'm like, okay, let's just go back to that tweet. That first tweet, or no, not the first. All right, so so he was getting on me about it, and he was like, was it for views, subs, whatever. And so he goes on and says, like, YouTuber be original, entertaining, stealing views from others is just trifling. What are you doing in these live streams? You're literally reacting to my videos. So he was reacting to my videos, but when he was reacting to my videos, he was telling his fans to go dislike my videos. So yeah, they were just at random. So actually, it was that very next month. I remember, I think that was one of the first few times I had noticed that he was doing this. He might have been doing it prior beforehand, but I just remember that night in particular because that that night. So the next morning, I was going to Las Vegas. And I wasn't able to post or any of that stuff because I was going to be on vacation and things. And so, anyways, I remember there was a fan of mine where me and her, we're still cool to this day. She isn't really on YouTube because, yeah, like, back in that time and era, like, drama was just, it was too much for a person's mental. And when I sit down and think about it, I'm like, bro, I really don't know how I was so mentally strong to get through that drama and to still be standing till this day as a content creator. Like, it really confuses me. But anyways, so I remember because I didn't want to sleep that night. I was like, I'll just sleep on the plane, right? So anyways, I remember I was up working on videos, posting a bunch of different things, recording a bunch of different things. And all of a sudden, I started seeing, like, my videos were getting dislikes. So I'm like, what? It has to be Minnesota Boy. So went over to his channel. Sure enough, this man is live streaming in the middle of the night, right? Middle of the night or early hours of the morning. Because if he so-called claimed to be in Minnesota, it's like, okay, like, there's, you know, that hour difference and all that stuff. Because let's just see what time it is in Minnesota. What time is it in Minnesota? It is 1:34. So I think when I had saw him doing that live stream, So it's 11:34 right now in Washington. And yeah, so it was like, bro, it was like in the early hours and stuff in the morning. And I'm like, bro is up like what, maybe, because I think it was like 2 or 3 here. So over there, it'd probably be like what, 5, 6 in the morning or something like that. And I'm like, you're up this early, right? Reacting to my videos. Why? And you can tell. So that was the one thing that I did remember from these from his live streams, is that yeah, he'll do them in the middle of the night, but he was so tired. Like, no, he'll just be like this, and he'll just, you like, oh yeah, you know, that guy, he's a sellout, and he's actively falling asleep in the middle of these live streams, right? So anyways, his fans, of course, you know, probably some of them might have been, you know, living on the West Coast, wherever, but they were also up, and they were in those live streams, and so they would come over, dislike my videos, leave hate comments. And there was one comment that I'll never forget, and that was like one of the first few times I was like really threatened and stuff when it came to content creating. But no, the guy goes on and says, like, you got 72 hours to apologize to Minnesota Boy, and if you don't, your channel will be hacked. Now hold on to that detail, okay? So anyways, that was said. Years have passed by, and I'm like, nothing hasn't happened to me, thank God. But yeah, it was like, what am I apologizing for? That's what I would like to know, is like, in that particular situation, why do I need to apologize? What reason is there for me to apologize? I would like to know. And if there is a legitimate reason, then yeah, sure, I would apologize. But if not, I'm like, you had to sit down and think about it. What do you think is worse? Me defending white people, or this man making racist rants about white people? Like, literally, people, that's the one thing I'll also never forget, is that I remember one of his fans had commented on my video, and they were telling me how they had no idea like why he would do this or why he was carrying on. And they said they even asked him, they was all like, hey, like, you know, why are you doing these racist rants? Like, what do you, like, what do we do to you? And he's just still being racist to his own fans, to his own supporters, people that have been helping his channel out for a while, right? And he's just sitting there just going crazy on them, like just going off and all these things. And that was something where I'm like, that's crazy. Like, seriously, that is insane to be a fan of this guy, right? Or even, it's like you're just seeing one of your favorite YouTubers literally just crumble in front of you. Like, it's crazy. And so, anyways, but yeah, like, seeing, you know, after that time had passed by, his channel was still declining. He still was posting videos. That was the crazy thing about it. I think YouTube hadn't taken down that video until like long after. So anyways, eventually, yeah, you know, at some point in time they did take down his video, but they kept my reaction, which is crazy. But they did demonetize the reaction, so I'm not tripping about it. It's one of those things where I'm like, hey, you know, it's a little bit of history on my YouTube channel. But anyways, but yeah, so at that, like, you know, like I said, his channel is declining. He still was doing live streams, he still was doing hate videos on people, but eventually people were doing more exposing videos, showing all these, because I did my fair share of exposing videos, others was doing their fair share, but they knew more of Minnesota Boy than I did. So there were people out there, I mean, they were doing exposing videos where they showed him like hanging out with white people. They and I mean, you had like that, you had those exposing videos plus myself telling him to go out, and I'm like, this energy that you have about white people, you go up to them and approach them face to face, like just some random white person, because it's all white people, right? It's all white people that you're upset at. So you go up to them face to face and you tell them how you feel. You say all these things that you were saying in your videos, and you say it to their face. Always would avoid that, always. And then eventually it got to a point where he blocked me on Twitter, and he was like, nah, I'm not, he ain't gonna keep, because no, I remember there was a night where we did get into it, and then that was the same night that he blocked me on Twitter. And I was like, look, bruh, I'm like, if you're not gonna approach white people and say what you need to say to them, I think I might actually still be able to find the tweets. But I was like, if you're not going to approach white people and tell them how you feel, then I'm like, brother, there ain't no more to this conversation. So, anyways, what's this? Is this a meme? Oh, he made a meme of me. He was all like, when you nut, but she keeps sucking. And it's like me making some face. That, honestly, that's a solid meme. I ain't going to lie. Like, that meme is actually pretty funny and stuff. oh, he's making fun of my nose. I'm like, bro, all black people got big noses. I'm like, you're black yourself. Your nose, he got more one of those like structured out noses, like that. What was that thing that what was that movie? Night of the Museum, that statue thing, like with the long head, and it had like he has one of those noses. Like it's a nose like that you have when you have on suits or something. So, anyways. Okay, I'm not. Alright, so he blocked me too after. Oh, so wait a second. Is this still hasn't learned? Minnesota boy exposed. That was like I did a video where I was like, he ain't no black messiah. So then there was like he did get alright, so I might have kinda went far beyond I don't know. What happened to these tweets? I game found. I'm still on YouTube and I'm original, you're corny. And still video is just like a so he called me a dirty coon, and I'm like so I said, what are you doing uploading old Bill Cosby videos and everything else? I might be dirty, but you ain't cleaner than me. And then went on to say, is this still, oh no, this is like a fan account. Oh no, so I tweeted him, and then so there was a fan account tweeting me. So where did the videos, bro, there's way too many tweets, bruh. But it's just more so because like this was at one point when YouTube was allowing it to where you can like a video and then it'll be posted on Twitter, and I'm like, I'm just seeing a bunch of those. I'm like, so at some point in time, all right, because I can't find the tweets. At some point in time, we had got into it, and I kept asking him that question. I'm like, when are you going to approach white people and tell them how you feel? And of course, he's saying everything else. So I'm like, bro, there ain't nothing else to say. I'm like, unless you answer that question, there ain't really nothing else to talk about. Then that's when he had blocked me. But sometime after that, so the beef had died down. All right, the beef had died down. We wasn't really talking to each other and all that. And all of a sudden, somebody's like, people are telling me, I don't know, I think it was either people were telling me or I just came across it, but he had got hacked. His personal information had got leaked out. I mean, when I mean like his personal information, his name, he didn't even live in Minnesota, but maybe he did, I don't know, but they had his address, his name, his family's name. They had all his personal information out there. And I feel like that with that, and then me pressuring him to approach white people, and then these exposing videos, Minnesota boy, he disappeared, and then it was like, yeah, he wasn't beefing with anybody. His fans were still supporting him. Like, no, the crazy thing is that, so I think all that had happened in 2016, and then later on that year, so we were, so actually, no, I was just minding my own business. I had nothing else to say about Minnesota Boy, none of that. But like I said, his fans were still comment on my videos and say racist things and all that stuff. So there was one fan, and he was a big Minnesota Boy fan. And I mean, this dude, he was harassing me on like all my socials, YouTube, all that stuff. So of course, I was talking about it, making a video about it, said that he looked like the father from Family Matters, because he was just like a larger, let's just say a larger than life person. But he had on this like tight jacket, and I'm like, bro, he looked like the dad when he would wear like his cop jacket and things. I'm like, bro, no, please don't talk about me. I'm like, please don't talk about me. If my thing is this. And I'm not saying this about everybody. I'm just only saying this about this fan. I'm like, if you gotta like excel when you stand up because you got too much in the package area right here, yeah, bro, please don't talk about me. Please don't say anything about me, all right? If your jacket makes more noises than you when you're just standing there, I get like you get like those one jackets where they a little loud and stuff, but that's just a loud jacket. That jacket is probably a silent jacket, but his body just makes it loud. So I'm like, nah, bro, please don't come after me. I will roast you on here, all right? Please don't do that to yourself. But what was crazy was that Minnesota Boy was telling this kid to do this. Like, he was telling him to harass me, like comment on my video, send me messages, all that stuff, right? And then they were also trying to spread a rumor, and I'm like, it was a dumb rumor at that, because so the rumor was that I was adopted, which I'm not. I know my parents raised me. I don't even know where a rumor like that came from. I don't even think I ever made any tweets about me being adopted. No, let me just check real quick. Cause I don't know. I made a tweet in 2015 saying, excuse me, if I found out I was adopted, it wouldn't matter. They have been my family this long. Why not be my family any longer? That's real love. I left it at that. And so I'm like, if they saw that tweet, or if they just looked up, yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably did just type up TMossBoss adopted, and because this tweet was long before the Minnesota, but it was the same year, but it was like months before. So I don't know. I don't know where that overall would have came from, but yeah, maybe they did see that tweet and they were just like, they just read through it so fast and they're just like, nope, TMossBoss is adopted. So, but even if I was, I'm like, okay, I'm adopted. I don't know that. I'm like, if I am adopted, I'm like, it don't really matter and stuff. So yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, it was just weird, you know. But yeah, I was just overall like having fun with the situation and stuff, and then yeah, just, you know, left it at that. But no, that was the last time me and MINNESOTABOYY we had ever had like talked with each other, tweeted at each other, any of that stuff, because I think at that time, like, he wasn't able to post on his channel anymore. I think he would like come back like from time to time, but I don't know whether it just he couldn't post on that channel anymore, or he just gave up with the content creating stuff. But the last thing I did see of MINNESOTABOYY, and it was actually some tweets that he made last year, and he was talking weird. Like, let me see if I can find these tweets and stuff. But yeah, it was just it was like kind of like just those conspiracy theory like type tweets and things. But okay, let's so it's crazy. He did unblock me at some point in time, and I was like, huh, all right. I mean, I'm not, I don't particularly care in things, but anyways, so he goes on, he made like all these, like, I'm not gonna read all of them, I'll just read the first tweet. But he was like, yes, I'm alive, because he it had been a while, I think, since he had tweeted. So he was like, yes, I'm alive, COVID didn't off me, but I'm here from the future to tell you all to prepare for the worst recession and major collapse yet. Bitcoin will crash to 7K or lower, including all stocks. There is going to be a Great Depression soon, October 25th to November 7th or 8th. Prepare. And yeah, then from there, he's just making a bunch of random tweets and things. And still, crazy thing is, still got supporters, still got people following him and, you know, showing love and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, he still got his fan base, and it's just crazy to see that and things. But you know, it was something where I was like, I sit down and I think of that beef, and I'm like, why did that even happen? I'm like, it's just, you know, it's well, I know why. And it's just, you know, me just being me. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, he had a good thing going. Why did he ruin it? You know, like, I get if you have your views on stuff or on people, but it's like, bruh, you know, if it comes down to it, what's more important, your views or your career? If your views make you more money than your career, then yeah, you know, go for it. But it's like you're living in a world where people will remember those things. So let's say if he tried to go get a job and it was a good paying job, but whoever it was had saw, you know what would be crazy? Because my there is my old manager that you know, he was the one that hired me on at that cafe in Seattle, but I think he moved to the same state that MINNESOTABOYY was actually in. That would be funny, because no, my manager knew. I remember after like maybe a week or two of working there, I remember my manager, this man was cleaning the counters, right? And I'm asking him a question. I'm like, why is he not hearing me? He was hearing me, but it was just a video. He was watching my reaction, the reaction video that is still up to this day. He was watching that reaction, and he was like, he's like wiping the counter, but then he grabbed his phone and he showed me, and I'm like, oh, all right, no, I'm like, continue watching. I figure it out myself. So, but I was like, it would be funny though. It would be mad funny if my manager, if MINNESOTABOYY walked into his job, right? My manager's newer job, because my manager, he ended up leaving the cafe and he moved to a different state and all that stuff, from what I heard. I don't know, but anyways, but no, like, it would be funny if MINNESOTABOYY walked into his place of business looking for a job and he's like, I remember you from somewhere. He was like, did I see you on the internet? Like, I feel like I seen you somewhere and things. And then it's going to probably be a day where my manager's like, you know what? Let me see what Tyler is doing. I haven't watched one of his. All right, let me see that one video he was talking about that racist guy. Gonna see his face. He'd be like, oh, no, you cannot work here. I know about you. I seen that. But I'm like, bro, you got to think about it. It's like, he ruined his life. Minnesota Boy definitely ruined his life. Like, if the thing is this, if nobody knows of that stuff, then they're not going to know. But if people decide to look his name up, right, and then they just might. I don't know if his actual government name is tied to his YouTube name, but I do remember when he got hacked, and they was all like, yeah, they were posting that stuff all over the place, and so if that was the case, and I'm like, and somebody looks his name up, and then they come across these videos, bro, I'm saying it's things where you gotta look at it as like, is this stuff gonna help me out in the future? Now I'm talking on these videos that he did, because if not, it's like, bro, it was somebody where I was like, even to this day, it's like, because I had to say I'm a little bit more forgiving now. Let's say if he were to come to me, he wanted to like redo his content creating life and he wanted my help, I would help him, because I'm like, no, you were a talented content creator, do not get me wrong, but you messed up, and you definitely gonna have to own up to that, apologize for that, all that stuff. If you need to go out and seek therapy, help, whatever, admit yourself into a hospital, do those things, okay? But you're gonna have to show people, all right, that you're a changed man, because if not, and they remotely feel like that you're still this racist YouTuber that you were back in 2015, you're not gonna last, all right? So, but anyways, I guess to end it off on a good note, I do wish him the best in life, despite all the stuff that we've been through, despite the drama, all that. I do hope that everything is going good for him. I know he did make those weird tweets, but hopefully at some point in time after those tweets, he got the proper help that he needed, or he just needed the right people in his life, something. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and peace.